But here's an ambulance that's got on the course somehow. No idea how that's happened. Right, we're headed to Ilkley. It's round 2 of the National Circuit Series, and if you asked me 2 days ago how this was going to go, I would have said one of us would win it. But after Wednesday's performance, and us all just going backwards and legs not showing up, I don't know. Hopefully, Nehemiah gets to ride 1 and 2 laps and does a puncher this time. It'll be a great experience for him. Rain's coming down. There's a mega descent in it. Super techie. It's a big climb. It's just going to be nuts. See how it goes.
Today I'm not going to go for a plan. I'm just going to try and get through the first 15 minutes and see how I fare. And I'm now rushing to get ready. Yeah, I'm feeling confident, feeling strong. Someone on Wednesday at Ilkley described the course as me as just one big climb, which, I don't know, I'm kind of looking forward to it.
But the plan is, man, the climb is super steep and everyone goes really hard on it, but the hardest bit of racing is actually the bit after the climb. So don't go full gas on the climb, or save a little bit for the top bit, because around the top bit when it goes up the back, it's constantly climbs.
Yeah.
And that's where riders will go bang.
From the race. 3, 2, 1, away we go!
Disappointed in that. I got round, I didn't crash, but I feel like I could have done a lot better than that. So there's always next time, and yeah, we'll go again.
I'm pleased Nehemiah got round his race. This race didn't exactly suit him, and the fact he finished is great for his experience. Now it's Jenny's time to race. She missed Ilkley due to illness, which is a shame, as she podiumed it for us last year. Ilkley isn't quite her bag, but we'll see what she can do. It's clear from the off that the illness hasn't quite left Jenny's body yet. It's not a good day for the team so far. But now it's time for our race, and we need to come through and do a result for the team. Me and Benji get a decent start, with Ollie a little further back. We quickly get to the front, but as soon as we get there, the attacks from ex-World Tour rider Alex Peters starts flying and increasing the pace through the bunch. The battle to hold position is fierce and brutal. As we approach the climb for the second time, it's very clear that my legs are not where I want them to be. As I watch Benji ride off in front of me, multiples of riders come flying around me from either side. I have no choice but to sit within my limits and hope I ride into this race. 15 minutes in, the race finally calms down. It fans out across the road, but I'm at the back of the race. And once it slows down, it's bound to kick up again. And that's when the cracks start to show. I'm shutting down gaps and I'm wasting energy. All energy that could be used to get to the front of the race and try and win this thing. The pace stays high with the bunch strung out. I can't move up, but luckily in the turns, I'm able to increase my speed and I get onto Benji's wheel for a little bit of a row. Me and Benji clearly aren't feeling too hot, as we have strong riders moving up around us. I get the sense that the time to move up could be now. but constantly shutting gaps like this is hurting my legs, and I'm in survival mode. Just as the race starts to slow down again, I see Ed Morgan absolutely hoon it up the side of the bunch. I'd love to say I could follow, but after riding this race so recklessly at the back and shutting down gaps, the only thing I can do is move up in the bunch and try and recover to the best I can. One lap later, we start chasing the bunch down, but as we come across the line, trying to shut the gap down, we come to this big kerfuffle. There's been a car crash nearby the circuit, and the ambulance that attends the race needs to go off circuit and go attend to the crash.
I needed this rest, I'll be real.
Racing resumes, and the gaps are quickly all over the place. Again, I'm at the wrong side of the split. I've got to waste my energy just catching back up to the bunch. I'm finally able to move up. With 3 laps to go, I start to consider getting something out of this race. With the 3 breakaway riders riding away from us, can I get a top 10? For the first time in this race, I move up to second wheel in the bunch. This is where I should have been all day long, but I've been wasting energy all day. It's time to see what I have left. I maintain position at the front with Benji close by. I follow strongman Jacob Scott on an attack up the first climb with 2 laps to go, hoping we can break away. The pace is fierce, but I'm feeling good. Me and Jacob can't get away, and the bunch is right behind us. Coming into 1 to go, the attacks start flying. I'm just trying to hold my position in the bunch and see if I can crack that top 10. As I come round the first corner for the final time, I get a little squeezed and I lose some position. But right on cue, Benji counters with a brilliant attack that gets a small gap as he tries to break away from this group for 4th place on the last lap. The bunch responds well, and we slowly crawl him in. My legs are on fire and I've dropped way too far back. I see a slight lull and see it as an opportunity to move up, but I'm not quite committed enough. There's at least 10 riders ahead of me, and I start to think top 10 isn't worth the risk of ploughing into this final corner. As crashes explode in front of me, the only thing I can do is roll in for a top 20. I've got to say, this isn't where I wanted to be at the start of this day. It's another disappointing day for Team Tekkerz. As the checker flag flies, it's not us taking the lead.
It was pretty hard, but I'm pretty happy with how I did. I reckon I thought I was going to be a bit cooked after last week. Did lots of training out in the Alps, but yeah, gave it beans, got around in the front group, and then on the last lap, kind of rushed the gap into the corner and just whacked it as hard as I could up the hill. Got a little gap, but caught pretty quickly after the right-hand corner to the draggy bit, and then yeah, just sort of cruised into the end. I was pretty thankful they stopped the race halfway around because I was flagging, but yeah, that gave me a nice little breather, and yeah, got stuck back in. Happy with that first Nat A of the year. Thought I was going to be going a lot worse than I was, so yeah, I'll take it, but looking to do a bit better at Guildford. That's on Wednesday, I think, so pretty soon. Hopefully I can just like build from this, get some better legs going for that, because I think that could suit me a bit more with the finish. So I'm really looking forward to that one. And I think we're doing a gravel race in Wales or something. I don't even know about that one. But yeah, that's next up for me.
Rubbish is the best way to put it. I got on the rollers before the race and I thought, this is not going to be a good day. First lap I got a great start. I think I moved up about 10 or so places, but then up the hill I was just in too big of a gear, and then first 2 laps I was struggling and I just went backwards and backwards. Guildford Wednesday, hopefully I can rest up and feel a bit better by that time, but yeah. Just the one I'm looking forward to is Sheffield in 3 weeks, so I think everything from now is just focusing towards that.
Right, Ilkley, it's frustrating because the win is near, and I think Otley was like a bit of an ego kicker where I was like, I thought we were going to do really well there. We didn't. There's a lot of potential, but we're not cutting it. And with Guildford next week, with Canyon sponsoring the race, we really need to turn up. My legs were good tonight. I gambled trying to go with 2 to go. Didn't work out, and then Benji did a great ride by hitting me over the top after I'd just been going. So we tried,
and we were in the mix, which is the good thing. Yeah, man, there's some good signs coming, and I think the win is coming, and that's what I'm pleased about. But on the whole, am I happy? No, we've all got some stepping up to do, and we will do that. Just got to get home from freaking North, man. Everything's up in North. We're South Dons, apart from Jenny because she's Scottish. Guildford's even too south for her, so she won't be there, but we'll be at Guildford. Fingers crossed. With only having to drive an hour, our legs will be fresh, and these Northern lads are going to suffer. Peace. This is Jenny, and she's going to tell you everything that happened.
It was a race. It was brutal. The guys did really well. I did not. You know, well, they'll come back next week. Guildford, it's going to be the one.